Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 14, Episode 7 of Eldritch Horror, and we are playing Atlach-Natcha in the Return to the Dreamlands. We had a great turn number 6. Let's jump right into turn number 7 after a quick summary. Shout out to our sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. We've got the Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, the Hermeticism of Hastur. As you guys know the drill, these are the books that we produce to help support the channel. Really appreciate your help or help over on the Patreon. Keeps the channel going and shows me that you guys like what we're doing. As do your likes, comments, subscriptions. Ring the bell if you want notifications. We've got 13 other seasons of Eldritch Horror out there. So if you want to go back and check out what we're working on, that'd be great. Also, working through Joan of Arc, Time of Legends. I think we're on season 6 of that already. So we're going to be playing, posting some more from the Reliquary, and we're looking to paint up the Apocalypse box set. That'll be a 2-parter. House Baratheon starter set painting coming up, and some more rounds of Cthulhu Death May Die. So go ahead and ring the bell. You get notified when we have new videos posting, and thanks a lot for your support. Okay, let's jump into turn number 7 with our lead investigator, George Barnaby, the lawyer. He's going to go back up to Ulthor, and I believe he can test for each success. Anyone has debt conditions? No. So once per round, he can spend a focus to add a die result. Yeah, he can do that. Funding card, justice card. Oh, he can trade. One of his actions is once per trade in the action phase, he can trade conditions. Let's have him get the... I think he's going to trade the Pentacle of Plains, because this is a good card for him because his strength is so weak. I'll have him switch out this Pentacle of Plains. Well, maybe he'll keep that because, yeah, he can do it in the next round too. And he'll give him the 5 of Pentacles instead. That will help improve his influence. So that's that. And then let's also have him trade a focus token down to Tony Morgan. Tony Morgan also gains a focus token back, by the way, from the last encounter. So he'll have those. And then his other action will be just to move up to Ulthor and have a normal encounter. So that'll be fine on his way to Dalathaline next turn to close the gate. Next up is Daryl Simmons, the photographer. He will move one ahead to the research encounter, and he will also can roll one additional die in a location encounter or a research encounter if he's on a city space. So he always gets to roll an additional die in this research encounter, so that's helpful. And then Tony Morgan, finally, he can, let's have him do this focus thing. Sure. So he'll go ahead and roll a test for his focus. And he is going to trade in these focus for clues again. So let's get him settled in some clues. And he's also going to move over to his encounter with the Sleeper of Nahai, and he's got a research encounter there as well. So we'll resolve that later. So that's going to be it for our action phase. Let's move into our encounters phase. We'll start out with the Cat City of Ulthor and our lawyer leader, George Barnaby. Here it is. As you read the temple's copy of the Penodic manuscripts, you start to go mad. Wow. Nothing like going mad reading the Penodic manuscripts. If you pass, you learn valuable lessons and you gain a talent condition. Awesome. Let's get him a talent condition. And yeah, he was reading the Penodic scripts in the Cat City of Ulthor. That's pretty cool. That's the kind of stuff we like with Eldritch Horror. Daryl Simmons, the photographer, is up next. He is going to dive into our first research encounter. Can you imagine? It is a city space. So it says the police have killed one of the giant spiders and allow you to dissect it. Okay, so he's going to roll this. He's going to add 1 to his roll. He's going to have to re-roll. So he'll spend a focus token to re-roll. And he gets a 6. So if you pass, you discover how the Leng spiders are able to bridge dimensions. Gain this clue and a spell. Wow, that's cool. So we gain this clue, and he can also gain a spell, which will get him. And finally, let's go to Tony Morgan, the bounty hunter. He is going to have his encounter with both the research encounter and with the Sleeper of Nekai. It says you cannot resolve the strength test unless you spend 1 clue or discard 1 spell. So let's have him discard spell. Let's have him resolve the will test, which is okay, and he can also add 1 to his die, so he gets +1 to that. So yeah, so he has 4, 5s, and 6s, so he passes it. Let's have him do his strength test. He gets a 6. I will have him use a clue to re-roll that because he needs to get 4 to destroy this. So he got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and he destroys the Sleeper of Nekai, which I believe is going to mean he closes the active mystery. If you close the active mystery, that's the third. Yeah, advance the active mystery. Yeah, so I think that's going to be it. But let's have him do a research encounter. Research encounter in the wilderness. It says, you siphon arcane power from the space between dimensions to learn about the other side. So he's going to siphon information from the dimensions. 4, he passes. If you pass, you glimpse a verdant alien forest in the land of dreams. Gain this clue and a spell. So he gains this clue and a spell, so I can give that to Tony Morgan. So we've got 2 research encounters done, and we will move into the mythos phase. And the mythos phase says, first off, advance the omen track. And we have 1, 2 are on the red, the eclipse. So we move the active mystery. We move the doom track down to 5. Then we're going to do reckonings. So let's see. First of all, the first reckoning is spawn a gate. So we can spawn a gate on Rome, and we will get a monster from the bag, and we get a deep 1. Then we check our other reckonings. Reckoning. We've got a blessed condition. We do a reckoning for this, and we get a 6. That's fine. We've got a deep 1 reckoning. That's about the space. We've got a flying polyp reckoning. Move this monster to the nearest space containing a gate. Child of the goat. On a 1, advance doom. Each investigator on the space. No. Warlock. Roll on a 1 or 2. 5. No. Move this monster to the nearest space. Okay, so we can move him down. And then finally, the thrall. Move this thrall. And then each investigator who has a cursed condition loses 1 health. Okay, so that's that. Then we're going to finalize the reckoning phase. Spawn a gate on London. Again with another monster. And we get a cultist. And it says the reversal of fortune. The resources you have spent your lifetime collecting are gone. Like a house of cards, your world falls to pieces around you. With certain doom looming on the horizon, you have no other choice but to start again for nothing. The investigator with the most items discards all his items. Items. This guy has 2 items. This guy has 3 items. So he's going to discard his camera and pentacles and alchemical concoction. So he discards all these. And then the investigator with the most spells discards his spells. I don't think we really have spells. Nope. And then investigator with most of the clues discards his clues. So he loses these 2 clues. Put them here for now. And that is going to do it for the mythos phase, but we've closed the 3rd active mystery. So in 3 active mysteries, the investigators win the game. And we'll go ahead. I mean, it's kind of sudden, right? But let's go ahead and just do the victory points. I think this is just one of those ones where, because we advanced the active mystery twice, that came out of two cards. So let's go ahead and see. Atlach-Natcha does not awaken, and the investigators win. So let's go ahead and shuffle these and just grab one. It says, the plateau of Leng natives. Captured by the Leng hominids. You contemplate your only escape plan, but suddenly your annoying oversight turns into raw luck. Having rummaged in your backpack, the captors find a trophy. A sacred claw of the Leng spider you killed. The hominids ask you to tell them about the battle. As it turns out, the Leng, so we have this Leng spider claw. As it turns out, the Leng spiders are their long lost sworn enemies. And when you report that you are hunting the spider mother herself, they are incredibly delighted and offer a whole army of help. Leading one of the many attachments of Lengs, you descend into the abyss itself, where you give the unsuspecting Atlach-Natcha a battle. Crushed and crippled, she leaps in despair into the gripping void, disappearing into the chaos of the inner world. After destroying the cocoons and burning down the cobwebs, you return to the surface together with the Lengs and celebrate a great victory. So that's it. So we go down into the void in the plateau of Leng, and we make allies with the enemies of the spiders. And then we have a battle with Atlach-Natcha. She's injured and she throws herself into void, never to be seen again. And that's going to do it for this game. Season 14 is coming to an end. Thank you guys for watching. We're coming to the end of our first playthroughs of Eldritch Horror. I believe we have 2 more great old ones we haven't played. So we're going to come up with some ideas of how we can keep this going. I also do have that Catu Journals mod that I've been working on. So I want to finish that up, and maybe that might be the Christmas special. Let's see what happens. So I'll talk to you guys later, and thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.